So we started this business based on work we've done at the Berkeley lab, and this is work funded by the NASA and the DOE. And basically the idea here is to understand how cosmic radiation and medical X-rays can influence people's health. And primarily our concern is cancer, and how DNA double strand breaks, which is the worst lesion in DNA, can lead to mutation in cancer eventually. So we developed a technology that can measure those damage using imaging and high throughput technology. We believe that DNA double strand breaks is one of the root cause of cancer, and so by being able to monitor it, we hope to give a tool to prevent the development of tumors by warning people that they are pretty high. Having a high level doesn't mean you're going to have cancer, but it correlates to high risk. So that's the idea of preventing, is that you can then take action against it. So the idea here is to move into that market. NIH and NCIs are not, and all the funding agencies are not very good at this because it's a long-term investment. So basically the goal here is to push this into the hands of direct consumers. We're doing it slightly differently from what people have done in the past by taking out the funding agencies and trying to have individuals help us push this technology further. We don't have a past in entrepreneurship. So we have no funds, for instance. So we have to raise funds from family and friends, and that has been a challenge to be such an early stage startup. So I would say the financial aspect has been a challenge, and the lack of knowledge of entrepreneurship is another thing that we're lacking. And obviously we were fortunate to be surrounded by QB3 and UC Berkeley to push us forward, and also the Berkeley lab has been very encouraging towards this. Berkeley is, for radiation, is the center of, it's one of the scientific center. It's the cradle of the accelerator. Lawrence has launched all this in the 30s. His successors have done a lot of work. We had the Bevatron at UC Berkeley, at Lawrence Berkeley lab, we had the Bevatron. And that was used extensively to develop novel technology for radiotherapy. So it is a normal place to be for understanding health effects due to radiation. Our business goal is really to focus on, for now, on radiation and the risk of radiation. So we really want to help individuals who fly frequently, for instance, and get exposed from the flight. We also want to try to help people who get exposed to radiation during medical imaging. And so providing a tool to help them monitor this would be the first goal of our business. The long-term goal would be really to generalize this to aging, and we have good data on aging in our assay. As you age, you have more and more DNA double strand breaks, we know that. And so that's another big market that we're interested in pushing. And so we want to keep a strong R&D group in this company as well. If we have a continuous membership of people who keep being tracked over years, we'll have the first data set of longitudinal study where we can see how people deviate as they approach a certain disease, or are they always very high, and those people are the ones that tend to develop cancer or other diseases such as neurological disorders, another thing that is linked to DNA damage. Well, the dream of success is to have this assay becoming the next cholesterol test for cancer. I think this is the long-term goal.